Where did you come from? That is the topic for today. Who's ready? Let's light a little incense. Set the mood. Clear the energy of the room. Create a little sacred space for everybody to come on in. Welcome. Ralu, welcome. Namaste. Little Nag Champa. I just love this incense so much. All right, we are ready. Hello, beautiful souls. Give me a thumbs up for the audio, visual. Make sure everything's dialed in. Oh, man, it's video output too low. Oh, man, I think the video is not working. All right, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Output needs to go back to 1600. There we go. Audio, visual, stream health. Hi from California. Welcome. Wow, just finished your last live stream and a new one popped up. Just signed in for the Inner Circle group. No way. Welcome. Welcome. How so happy to have you. Your stream with John X this morning. Yeah, you guys check that out. That was all right. Round two. I think I fixed it. I think I fixed everything. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Just got to adjust a few things. I think it works though. Let's see. Let's see what the stream quality looks like now. Are we there? Are we there? Here it goes. All right, cool. I think we're streaming. Thumbs up. Thumbs up for audio. Thumbs up for video quality. Let me refresh this page. I think it's working. I think it's working. Let me close some of these browsers here. Got a lot going on my computer. How is that? There we go. I think the video is good. Thumbs up. Like your iPad's stuck. Sugarfoot. Yeah, my YouTube's freaking out too. There's been a general bandwidth. Yeah, I think I'm here. Okay, I think I'm back. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Everybody got the quality? Everybody good? All right, cool. Let's do it, baby. Where did you come from? Where did you come from? Every single live stream I've been doing is beginning flagged and demonetized, even with these titles and stuff. The algorithm on YouTube is insane. So I'm going to try to keep this PG, try to keep this as internet friendly as I possibly can so I can actually get this video out into the world so we can get more people into this community, start awakening people. It's something that I swear every day I try to do just too much, I guess, online. And what's happening is there are a lot of powers that be. So really trying to just keep it PG for everybody so I don't get flagged anymore. So we're going to keep it PG in this video. Hopefully it doesn't get demonetized or flagged by YouTube at all. I've been really trying to be on my best behavior. I promise. So, where did you come from? What a great conversation. I really want to talk about this because so many people, I think, get confused as far as their origin. Starting out right here, you're not from planet Earth. Just say that right now. You are not from planet Earth. This is a dance. This is a dance that we call life. And in yoga, obviously reincarnation, obviously having the ability to connect with your soul. This is the samsara, the cycle of birth and death that is happening. And you have had countless births, countless lifetimes on planet Earth. We started as the single-celled organism through the insects, plant kingdoms, animal kingdoms, all the way up into a human birth. Right? That's the thing you need to recognize right now. You have a human body. It is the most precious gift. Seriously, the most precious gift there is. Understand that right now, that this is nothing less than a miracle. Seriously. A lot of people, when I get on these live streams or talk about this through YouTube or anywhere on social media, I get a lot of comments about Kundalini and all of this awakening that's happening. And you got to understand that the magic is right here on planet Earth, right here inside this human vessel we call a body. It is so profound. Seriously, like the most complex, technologically advanced thing we have is this human body. That's it. You have everything you need right now within you to solve all your problems, to stop resisting the flow, and enter into the now. I like to think of this as source energy. Think of source energy as where we all kind of started as a soul, as a celestial being. And then we have many galaxies, many universe, like the Milky Way galaxy is just one complex star system out there, one of many, countless. There are other planets, there are heavenly planets, there are places beyond this earth. This is just what's tied into our third dimension, this realm. And we are here to ascend, we are here to learn, we are here to fully realize our true self, getting beyond these limitations of the body. You are not this body. You are not your thoughts. You are infinite potential. Nothing less. It is so profound that so many people just get trapped in their own limitations. Rise up. Be the change. This is happening right now. And let's talk about the origin a little bit. Let's talk about the transition. I can speak for myself as far as, what would be called, reincarnation or understanding your past lives, all of these things. Like, we started at source energy. We went through source energy and we went to different, like, star, clusters and everything like that. And so many people are interested in like this magic, this Kundalini awakening, all this stuff. And again, it's on planet Earth, right? When you understand that it takes so much energy just to have a human body, and really important values and lessons that we need to learn right here on planet Earth and nowhere else. So the magic is in your practice. The magic is in the meditation, your yoga, the food you eat, the air you breathe, everything we do. We're tapping into these subtle levels of awareness, this subtle energy. There are countless celestial beings. There are countless souls out there just begging to have a human body. Seriously, the most precious gift. Everything that I've learned comes back to that. It really does. This is so important. And I really want to emphasize the fact that we are multi-dimensional spiritual beings capable of anything we put our power into, our intentions into. If you are struggling, if you are suffering from anything, recognize that the answers are always going to be within you. Because again, we are the multi-dimensional self. We can access these other dimensions. We can access places that are beyond our limitation. And that's why I talk about food. Alex, you're asking, do you have to turn vegan in order to activate the third eye? it is very helpful and it's a lot easier. I would say there are no requirements to opening the third eye. I would just say that from my experience, being vegan has helped me tremendously on everything that I do. The ability, I would say the toxicity right now on planet Earth with the pineal gland that is happening is unreal. And it's not going to happen through meat and dairy. You're not going to decrease those toxins. You're not going to decalcify the pineal gland with that diet. So fruits and vegetables, in my opinion, are the only way. You can get into higher levels of this with juice fasting and fasting on water, fasting, breath work. All of these things are going to help decalcify the pineal gland and open up the third eye. So yeah, it really helps. I don't really want to tell you that it's the only way, because I'm just being honest. There are countless ways to achieve any state of consciousness. The body needs to be in a place to handle this energy, though. So that's really what I wanted to, throw out there. There are a lot of things when it comes to answering their questions about how you can access this information, right? And this is obviously stored in the pineal gland as far as entering these other dimensions, getting the Kundalini awakened, and the planets, that we came from. We're not from planet Earth, right? We are here for a very short period of time. This entire lifetime is seriously a glimpse, a flash of our potential of what we're doing. And when you kind of step back and get into what I like to call the cosmic view, you can understand that there are infinite lifetimes that we've had that you can't even comprehend. I love the Ram Dass analogy where he talks about where you picture a mountain, you picture a bird like a raven with a cloth in its beak, and it's going around the mountain, flying in a circle around the mountain, and the cloth touches the top of the mountain, right? Every single rotation on that mountain is a lifetime. And the time it takes for that bird to completely erode the mountain with that cloth is how many births we've had on this planet. Try to comprehend that. I don't even think you can put a number on it. It's not even possible. It's not even possible. Is it buffering again, Mario? I think we're good. Everything looks good on my side. It's probably a little laggy. Sorry about that. I find a need to fill it. Holly, you're talking about you want a dread so bad, but I live in the BFE and there is no person around here that does them. You don't have to. I mean, I didn't get my dreadlocks from anybody. You can watch my YouTube videos about it. It's something that happens completely naturally. On the scale, it's like 100% natural, the human evolution with hair and dreadlocks. So you don't need to go to a salon. You don't need to get them upkeeped. You don't need to do anything like that. I haven't touched my hair in many years. Once they're locked up, you're good. So don't worry about that. Nathan, talk about drinking and eating out of copper, blessing the water, the food before we had with our own energy. That is so important, Nathan. So important when it comes to understanding the water and the potential with our energy as far as what we can do with our intention. For those of you guys, I'll type it in for you here. Let me move this. Dr. Emoto. It's called Messages in Water. That is a great little reference, a great YouTube video for you guys to watch later. I think he passed away like 2-3 years ago now at the age of 84. Dr. Emoto was such a blessing, such a high vibrational spirit on this planet. He really proved a lot with science. That's what's happening right now is a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about, a lot of this, new age, mystical, yoga stuff is being proved by science. And we're kind of catching up with quantum physics. A lot of those things, a lot of that terminology is here to really understand, our predicament, our path on planet Earth. There's a lot of teachers, a lot of people that are looking for answers, and it's right in front of our eyes. It always has been. We're just using a different language, a different way to kind of understand these techniques that were practiced thousands of years ago. I'm not sure. Absolutely, man. Rex had an interview with a lady that worked with him the other day. I'm not sure who Rex is. I'll have to check that out. So we got to really understand where you truly came from. right? Does anybody really know? Is there any guesses? We got like 17 people in the chat room now. Where did we really come from? Like, how did this happen, right? Here you are, boom, flash. Rex from Leap Project. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to Google it. Never heard of him. I'll save it in my browser here. Rex, what is it? Leap year. There you go. Dun, da, da, da. I will save that for later. Thank you for the reference. There is so much happening with our origin as far as planet Earth. We did not just start here out of the blue and like, oh, walking through life and going to your job and all those, casual things. We are here for so much more. We are here to realize our true selves, to understand that we are not separate from source. We're not separate from this energy. Understanding that will completely free you. There are countless practices, Eastern practices, Western practices, it's like tools on the tool belt is what I like to say. Tools on your tool belt that are going to bring you in line with that source energy. What does that mean for you? How does that circulate new energy for you? Welcome, Deliberate Creator. First of all, thank you all for being here. John, Nathan, Steady Eddie, Holly, thank you so much. Yes, Holly, you're 100% right. The Drumvalo Melchizedek books talk a lot about where we come from, and it's the origin of our soul. At the end of the day, it's about slowly changing your belief pattern, slowly bringing in these practices to bring your awareness in tune with the soul, in tune with the spirit, not catering to this body. Yes, we need to eat food and, drink water and all that fun stuff. I'm just talking about the ability that we have is so much more, beyond our senses, beyond our motor functions of blinking and digesting and all of that. See, and that's cool. Like, if you really think about it, like, to me, here's a question that will prove all of you. We don't even control our digestion. Think about that, right? You don't even control the fact of that you blink. There are certain powers happening even within the human body that you cannot control. To me, that's proof, 100% proof that we're not from Earth and that this is very cosmic. 100%. Sending love to everybody. Sugar for Tarot, Misty. Oh, thank you. Loving vibrations to everybody. I got the incense going. I got the energy in the room. Just channeling all of that to you, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here. The potential that we have is infinite. We came from source. We did not come from planet Earth. We then traveled to other star clusters besides the Milky Way. Could be Pleiades, Ceres, other star clusters out there, other galaxies. And then we were sent here to planet Earth to learn unconditional love and to have a realization of our true self, to awaken the collective conscious. Just the fact that you're subscribed to my channel right now, just the fact that you're watching this video right now is 100% proof that you are part of the Great Awakening. It's happening as we speak. I gotta take these headphones off. There are countless souls, like I said earlier, that are just waiting to have a human body. This is so important. Thank you so much, Holly. Yes, Allison's doing great. For those of you wondering, you can subscribe to my fiance's channel, Heal Yourself with Nature. She just started a YouTube channel recently. She's doing great. It's real. The power of love, the power of everything that I'm experiencing, everything that I talk about in my channel. You can look back on my videos from 2 years ago. I mean, I'm sharing my lifestyle with you, sharing everything with all of you and being 100% transparent because that's the day and age that we're in. What do you think about ancient alien theory? Yes. I mean, I think you're just talking about ancient aliens. And I mean, at the end of the day, I believe in it. And we are 100%, the word alien to me just means, that we're not from Earth. So yeah, if you want to use that word, then great. That's exactly what we are. We are aliens, wrapped up in a meat suit. We are multi-dimensional spiritual beings. So the third dimension, on planet Earth is what most people are bound to because of the, time and space and gravity and these laws that are bound to us. That doesn't mean there are other dimensions, fourth dimension, fifth dimension, and higher beyond. So it's all about what practice that you're doing to kind of bring you in line with these teachings. Delight, welcome. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, I just did an amazing podcast basically with John that's on his page. Go check it out. It's amazing the power of the digital connections that I'm having and the manifestations that are happening in my life. And I'm just really excited to blast all this digital content out to the world and for you guys to be a part of this great awakening. It is happening right now as we speak. The food that you eat, the air that you breathe, the yoga, the meditation, every little tool, everything is going to tap you into this subtle energy. Kind of get away from the matrix, get away from all the programs and the conditioning, right? So much is happening when it comes to living in the now, living in this 5D, living in this world that is centered in the heart. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate you so much. Harley Tin Man is in the house. Welcome. Welcome. Super excited to have you back, brother. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Peace and love. There's so much light. There's so much positivity happening. And just really want to extend my gratitude to all of you. Yes, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm dedicated to. This is my path. This is all I want to do is share this beautiful knowledge with every single person I come in contact with. So thank you. Steady Eddie, I have a family member with no teeth, so how can they eat better? Blender action. Oh, yeah, exactly. Juicing. Blenders. Yep, not a problem. Not a problem. I drink a lot of smoothies. I don't have one right currently in front of me. Blender, you get a juicer, start juicing up the greens, juicing up all of the amazing fruit. Do whatever it takes. Honestly, that's a lot easier than it is chewing anyway. Deliberate creator, I've been meditating daily. I can see the change, and others have also. Thank you, deliberate creator, for being that change. Thank you for having the courage to meditate and work on yourself. At the end of the day, that's what we all need to do, is work on ourselves to understand this truth, understand this knowledge, because it's not going to come from the outside. It's going to come from within. The more you can get this temple, get this body in a place where you can handle the energy, that's really where the magic is going to come from. It's going to come from your practice. So thank you. Thank you all for being that. My real name is Robert Breton. Very happy to be here. Very happy to be your host and offer this invite to you into the light, into the great awakening. So let's do it, baby. No one around you, Rick. I hear you, brother. I'm the black sheep in the family. I am completely isolated, from a lot of people for that exact reason. So many people just judge. And I actually, if you watched my YouTube video this morning, it's exactly what I was talking about. And I'm answering your questions too, just so you know, Patreon members. If you guys really, connect with my content, if you really resonate, then please consider joining the Patreon page. That is the best way to get access to this, and you also get to watch all my YouTube videos before they are released. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, like everything that I'm doing on YouTube is getting flagged and demonetized, so I'm just creating this inner circle group, creating a conscious community on Patreon. That's really the way to go here, and it's the best way to stay in tune with everything. I'll tell you right now, Rick, you're a part of this is a study that I don't really like studies a lot, but this is something that is 100% true that really makes you understand what's happening right now. We're a part of the 14%. There's a funny study out there that basically talks about doctors, right? When you go to the doctor and you're given a clinical diagnosis for death, like, hey, you're going to die if you don't stop eating bacon, right? 86%, this is crazy, guys, 86% of the population is going to keep eating bacon and die. 14% is going to change and live, right? So what does that tell you? People are stuck in their belief systems literally until their death. Don't be a part of that 86%. Be the part of the 14%. Rick, what you're talking about with the frustration and everyone thinking you're crazy and blah, 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 that's because you're part of the 14%. You're like me, who is willing to change. We got to understand that you have to change in order to, create that life that you want. It's not going to happen from you continuing to be ingrained in the old paradigm. What's happening right now is you are increasing your energy, you're increasing your awareness. There's been an awakening that has happened on planet Earth that we all have access to. And when you come in contact with someone that's still in the old paradigm, it's a scary thing. They don't want to change. They don't want to be questioning their belief system at all, to be frank with you. So it's kind of altering their perception, even being in their energy field. So very important to understand that you are a part of that 14%, and you have to be the change. You have to be the change in your life. Gandhi talked about this. Every guru, saint, mystic, everybody talks about this. And that's called evolution. And I look at this as evolution of the soul, not like a Darwinian evolution, but an evolution of the soul. Like for me, I'm just picking up where I left off. Your life doesn't start until you ask questions like, where did I come from? Who am I? That's right. Mario said it. Everyone is on their own path, including your, romantic partner, including your family members. Everybody is on their own path. You might have some collective karma. You might have some jointed twin flame soulmate stuff. At the end of the day, though, everyone is still on their own individual path, experiencing their own reality. So this is really important to have that conscious community. So Rick, that's why I created my page, The Infinite Cup. That's why I'm doing everything on Patreon. That's why I'm creating an inner circle group. I'm really conscious about where I spend my energy, and I don't want to subject myself to negativity if I can help it, right? So that's why I moved here to beautiful Hawaii. That's why I was living in my van for years before that, traveling. It's something that I'm passionate about. It's something that I really need to just get that message across to people. Seriously, that your energy, we are energy. Everything is energy. So the more you can understand that, the more you realize that you're sensitive to other people's energy, and that's transferring to you. Okay. Thank you for all the beautiful. It's all good, Melissa. If you've never meditated, anything like that, it's all good. Start slow. My book, The Real Yoga, will help you bring a spiritual practice into your life. That's right. Brandon's 100% correct. Turn within and be silent. Listen, and you will find yourself right where you need to be. Wow, that is beautiful. Brandon, what a beautiful comment. Thank you. Thank you. So beautiful. That's why I created this, Mario, Melissa, you guys, this is for everybody here. Like I said, there's been just the fact that you're curious about this, just the fact that you're here watching this video, just the fact that you're subscribing to the channel means that you're meant to be. That means that your higher self is already guiding you. And the small self, the ego is trapped. It's, trapped in sense gratification. It's always just trying to please the senses. So we are here for higher consciousness. We are here for higher consciousness. That's the truth. Through foods, high vibrational foods, going vegan, really getting your energy, your temple, handling this higher consciousness, these breathing techniques, the yoga, all of this stuff is real. All of it is very powerful, extremely powerful. So the more you practice, and the more you will get in tune with it. Have you ever done any research on urine therapy and practice it? Yes, practice urine therapy quite a bit, and done a lot of. I don't really do it anymore. It's something that I've learned quite a bit about. It's the Shiva in yoga. It's Shambhala. I have actually. If you go into my podcast, check out the Infinite. I'll type it in for you guys. The Infinite Cup podcast. If you go on the Infinite Cup podcast, there's an episode with my good friend Harry, who is like the urine therapy master. He will tell you way more than I know about urine therapy. So go give that a listen. Really, you can watch it on YouTube. Just type in urine therapy, the Infinite Cup. We talked a lot about all of those things. So there's a good podcast out there about all of that. So if you want to know more about that, please do that. Crypto trader, do you advise using DMT? No, I do not. I don't advise using anything. I advise the path, the natural and sustainable way, which is meditation, which is using a way that's not going to hurt your physical body. You can go meditate for 24 hours a day, all day, every day, and you're not going to hurt yourself at all. The thing with outside influences is when you get into this place where you can do more damage than you can do good. So I'm all for everything. I have no judgments towards anybody. I just want you to know that meditation is really the way to do this. 100%, not a doubt in my mind. While meditating, I had an OBE. Will I be okay? Yes, you had an outer body experience. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you into this higher self, into this spirit, right? When you get outside of your body, you realize that you are not the body. Because how can there be awareness outside the body if you really are the body, right? If you are thinking and there's someone watching your thoughts, that awareness is who you are, not the body, not the thoughts. This is happening right now. Mario, you're right. The golden age, brother. This is happening. The golden age is real. Call it the age of Aquarius. Call it whatever you want. There is a great awakening. There is a shift that has already happened on planet Earth that we are all tapping into. It is powerful. Let's get back into the origin here, because this is really going to help everybody on your path. This is going to really explain a lot of things that you might be experiencing right now. So whether it's outer body experiences, whether it's getting into extended transcendental states during meditation, all of this is because you're not from Earth, okay? I like to think of it like we're being watched, and we have to report back to our real soul family, whether that's Pleiades, Ceres, other entities that are watching us that are not in the third realm are watching us and watching our behavior, watching our actions. And when we leave this body, we have to go back to that place. And that place is specific to you and your karma. And it is going to change based on your actions here on Earth. Like if you're a good person and you have great actions and you're helping others and you're purifying yourself, then you go higher in awareness into these heavenly planets. And this is just duality. So if you have low vibration actions and you're hurting people and blah, 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 then obviously you're going to go down in the spiral, So it's totally possible to really do anything and go both ways. I really think that you have to understand that it's all about the subtle energies. It's not about like what meets the eyes, right? Everything that you see with your two physical eyes is temporary. It's going to be gone. Man-made stuff, nature, all of this that you see right here is gone. It's temporary. When you open your mind's eye, when you get into these higher cosmic realms and you're doing this meditation, you will experience what is immortal, what is real. And I don't, I'm not trying to dumb anything down here. What I'm saying is that whether you're having an astral projection, outer body experience, any of those things, like that is the magic. That is really happening in life because you're entering your awareness to these other astral bodies and these other aspects of yourself that you never knew existed. It is real. Nathan, I understand, but you want nothing to do, put yourself around negativity. But what's your opinion on the New World Order and their demise against us as a population reduction agenda of 90%? I don't feed into that stuff anymore. I used to be really into conspiracy theories and all that. All I got to say is that is definitely happening. There's not a doubt in my mind. And that's why we need to meditate more and activate Kundalini and get everything that I talk about with being vegan. Everything is a part of that agenda to combat the New World Order and all of that stuff. So I don't want to turn this whole stream into a negative stream. It is what it is, right? It's happening. There are definitely depopulation, mind control, you name it. It's all happening. So what we need to do, though, what's the answer, right? We all know that. I don't think we need to talk about it. What we need to talk about, though, is what do we do about it? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about that thing that is controlling your life? Are you going to complain? Are you going to tell somebody that it's happening and just keep spreading fear, right? And it ain't going to work. It's not sustainable. So think about that. Think about how you're creating that change in your own community. Whether it's the food that you eat, you start meditating, you start going to community events, you start chanting, you start uplifting your consciousness every day, purifying your being. I was in the same shoes as you, Nathan. I was so confused. Honestly, I was just frustrated at the world when I started really understanding all of this. And what I realized was that I wasn't serving anybody. I was just creating more fear and more negativity. So we have to use all of this in a way that's going to channel energy into the light, into the heart. Ask yourself that. Is this serving the highest good of all? If it's not, then you got to let it go. I understand we are not from Earth, but to clarify, do you feel that humanity originated here on Earth? Just want to make sure I understand. So humanity, there's been an evolution, right? We didn't have this human body, what it looks like now. It's changing. If you want to get into this, it's called, I'll type it in. There is a timeline, okay? And it's a 24,000 year cycle called the yugas. And we are a part of an ascension right now. So you can think about this 24,000 year long cycle. And obviously 20,000 years ago, we did not have the same earth at what it looks like now. To paint a little picture for you, dragonflies were 6 foot in wingspan. Insects were huge. Mammals, dinosaurs, you know what I mean? Like, there's some proof that, that's still on planet Earth. Like, when I was in Alaska, I've literally seen dinosaur footprints right before my eyes. I've seen bones. I've seen mammoth tooths, all that stuff just like right there in the ground. So when you see stuff like that, you're like, whoa, this is ancient, right? We are a part of this ancient cosmic universe, and it's happening right now. So the human temple is changing according to its environment. So in yoga, for example, let's just talk about the oxygen, right? There is not like 100% pure oxygen. It's only like in the 6 or 7% right now, right? So that completely compromises our ability to live longer, right? So in the Sat Yuga and the higher Yuga systems, that's when there was way more oxygen on the planet and the atmosphere. So man lived for thousands of years. No problem. And they could meditate. You could meditate for like 20 years and you can be in a static state of meditation for like 20 years. Now flip the coin. Here we are on the other side of that. And, man is only living to like 100, maybe 150 tops. So you really have to understand that this is extremely precious, our lifetime. So true. While focusing on the now moment, you can almost see the world from another person's eyes, mindset. You understand we are literally one. Mario, so true. 100% true. I really appreciate you. I agree. The time last year I was a drug addict until I went through a spiritual awakening and I realized I was an infinite being and manifested my new life. I've been clean in a year practicing law of attraction changed my life. Thank you. Deliver Creator. Me too. Law of attraction changed my life. It was when I got into yoga, when I started understanding all of this, my life completely changed for the better. No doubt. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Exactly. Nathan, the air was different back there. Been feeling a release, a love, not sure. Yeah, exactly. So you want to play 528 hertz if you're interested in that, love frequency. It's funny, like the only videos that are still not getting demonetized are like my music frequency videos. I don't want to turn this whole channel into just a, music channel because I want to connect with all of you and create a conscious community. I'm just telling you that it's just funny at the end of the day. That's the only thing that's getting through the loophole. Is there any one ethnic race sentient that is more in tune than another, i.e. white versus Indian, Indian versus black? No. Jade Smith, good question. No. And it doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't matter where you're from on this planet. It doesn't matter if you were raised poor, look at the story of Buddha, right? Research the story of Buddha and how he lived. He was raised in a king, like in a palace, and it wasn't until he was 18 where he got out of the palace where he had his realization experience under the banyan tree. So that's what I'm saying. There are so many things that will circle us back to spirit. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your meat suit looks like. You are spirit soul. You are 100% infinite, pure light. This is just a cover. This is just a It's like Halloween and we're just wearing costumes every day. Alison, depart the yuga. Yes, exactly what I'm talking about. We are in that depart the yuga, this ascension, this high vibration is ascending on planet Earth. Call it the age of Aquarius. Some people call it the golden age. All of this is happening right now. And there's just a lot going on when it comes to the power of our manifestation, the power that we have. We weren't able to do the things that we're doing right now even 100 years ago, right? Think about even something as simple as the invention of technology. This is the technologically advanced age where man invented electricity and the battery and all this stuff. Like, it's all ascending, it's all increasing. I focus on moments of euphoria, bask in it, and then channel that bliss into every being, every dimension, all the way back to source. I believe in this. How can we change our reality? Yes, 100%, Mario. You are spot on right there, brother. That is exactly how we change our reality. That is what we need to do in order to understand that we are this infinite spiritual being. We are capable of so much more than, going to work every day, right? You guys really think about, no offense to anybody going to their job or whatever. I'm just saying there are so much potential. There's so much potential. And if, that's why you're frustrated and everything, because you're feeling more. You feel like you're capable of doing more. Recognize that you can do anything with the power of nature, with the power of this intention. Seriously, anything. Rachel Trauman, aloha. Rachel, thank you so much for being here. I just answered your question today, I think. Today, was it? Or yesterday's video. You were asking about Kundalini yoga and awakening sexual energy and all that good stuff. That video is live if you have not seen it. I'm pretty sure you saw it already because you're on the Patreon member, and I post all my YouTube videos before they're released to YouTube on Patreon, so check it out there. Cool. Glad you saw it. Hopefully it helped you. Hopefully I answered your question. Nathan, you said something about 960 hertz this morning with John. Yes, we're talking about specific frequencies and tapping into. So what we're talking about, with where we came from and how this earth, channeled into where we are really from with source energy. This all comes down to frequency and understanding energy, right? So science, can put a name or a number on it, like 936, 528 is really popular. That's the heart chakra. And that's why I put all these frequencies on my YouTube channel, because I've made videos and you can listen to these frequencies and they really change your energy. They change how you feel, right? Because a lot of people are basically stuck in lower vibrations. They're stuck in frequency vibration that is not uplifting them. So you need to bring it from an outside source, right? The best thing that I do is nature. The wind is blowing right now. We had a little bit of rain. I live in the tropics. It's, the middle of the jungle here. It is as wild as it gets. And it is beautiful. That's emitting a frequency in itself. And then you also have to think about your human body, the temple, right? We are like radios, and you got to dial into that specific frequency that you want to tap into. Everything is a program. Everything is conditioning you and changing your belief system. So if you got the TV on 24/7, or if you got the radio playing or whatever, your subconscious mind is absorbing that, even if you're not paying attention to it. You don't even have to consciously be looking at it or paying attention to it for it to enter into your dimensional field and change your belief system. So there are countless ways to uplift your energy. And in my opinion, listening to frequency music is just the easiest way to do it. Do you been in the island of Sardinia, Italy? That's a lot of history there, a lot of structures that are built to read the stars. So true. Sardinia is on the map. Tuscany is on the map. Italy, these are some of the blue zones. You're the second person to tell me about that. So that's obviously a sign that I need to go there. It's happening. Don't worry, it's going to happen. Many times I listen to music or meditate, I feel urges of energy going in my head. What are they? You got to be more specific as far as energy. What does that mean? Is it a tingling sensation? Is it a numbing sensation? You got to understand that where attention goes, energy flows. So when I meditate, I bring the energy to the Anya chakra, to the pineal gland. I open it up. I expand my energy there. If I feel a certain block in a different chakra, I'll channel energy to that chakra. It is real. If the eyes are indeed the window to the soul, is it a coincidence that one may see themselves reflecting back, then gazing into another? Sincere gratitude reflections gather here. Oh, aloha so much. Great question. Super good question. And yes, the eyes, and I mean, that's why I practice iridology, because there is so much information there about our health and what's happening to our physical body, right? When you cleanse the temple, when you really cleanse the temple and detoxify your cells, you get into a higher state of consciousness. It's inevitable. It's going to happen to all human beings. The problem is we just live in a world where our food system is completely compromised and the air we breathe is toxic and blah, blah, blah. I spend so much time getting away from all of that, and if we just had a neutral state where we can thrive, life would be so much easier. Honestly, that's like the best thing that I can tell you. It's like so easy to understand this when it comes to how to bring this into a practice. Not to fearmonger, what will we do if the government bankers elite take our right to buy and sell? Then what will we do? Leave the avatars we inhabit by choice? You know, Jade Smith, it ain't going to happen. Don't worry about it. It's all good. At the end of the day, trust me, it's only because you might live in a city and stuff, you have that fear consciousness. Where I am on the islands and where I live in Alaska in these really small communities, I am ready for that. I'm ready for the EMF blast to happen. I'm ready for the banks to shut down. I am so ready for that. I am beyond ready for the entire grid to just collapse. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do these live streams. I wouldn't be able to connect with anybody on the internet anymore. That's fine. What I'm telling you is the power is in the people. The power is in our real tribe. That's why I'm building a retreat center here. That's why I'm building, conscious community of souls that can awaken, come to this light. And I guarantee you, none of that matters. They can take all of that away, and it wouldn't matter. It really wouldn't at all. Brother, I started my channel to help spread the truth. About a week and a half ago, I have some knowledge of 10 years of research. I am doing the right thing. Even I'm still learning. I'm still learning too. Delight, brother. You're doing it. You're doing it. I would love to plug your channel. Hit me up. Email me, theinfinitecup@gmail.com. I'll help support the mission. I'm right there with you. Are you familiar with the work of William Reich? Yes, Mario, I am. Dr. William Reich is absolutely incredible. The inventor of orgonite. I talked about it on my last live stream. Orgon energy was the word that he used, and he used that because he thought that the orgasm in the human body was the way to optimize energy, and then he developed these devices that completely got rid of cancer. He eventually went into cloud busters, chem busters, making it rain. He can control the weather. He can do everything, and it's 100% real. I've made quite a bit of orgonite myself. I make what's called black sun orgonite, and I do a lot of different experiments into that kind of stuff. I love it so much. It's real. The coolest part about him is he 100% was being watched by the FDA and was imprisoned, and then died in prison, unfortunately. And his patents were in his will. He said, I don't want my patents or any of my information to be released till 50 years from now. And this was in 1943, I believe. And, world wars were happening. Everything was chaotic. He knew he was just basically way ahead of his time. And he knew that his technology that he tapped into, that these devices that he was creating, was way more powerful than anything that was available at the time. Even now, it still is. So that's why he said 50 years. You got to wait 50 years before any of my technologies get released. That was in the 90s. Now everybody knows about orgonite. And then look what happened. The government put a stamp on that too, right? I think you can't even use the word orgonite anymore. My video probably already got flagged for saying the word orgonite or something like that because it's been patented now. It's silly, but that's the world we live in. So I'm happy you know about that. Everyone who's listening who doesn't know about that, it's going to happen. Nathan, Retreat Center, more info on that, please. Nathan, that's what I've been doing, man. This is what I've been working hard for so long. This is why I created the channel. This is why I've been living, in the van life before this. I've been I am creating a retreat center. I am manifesting abundance, manifesting all of this conscious community right now as we speak. 100% happening right now. And I'm currently looking for land, currently going to build an amazing space where we can plant fruit trees and live off the grid, and I can teach yoga and just do it all. That is happening right now, and I'm just excited. At the end of the day, that's what we need to do, is live in tune with nature. I want to teach people in person all of this amazing stuff that I'm talking about, and it's happening right now. Everyone who's signed up on my Patreon page, everybody who's doing this, everything is going towards that. Literally everything. Obviously, I got to pay the bills and do all that stuff too. What I'm talking about is, at the end of the day, my vision, my focus is there 100% on the retreat center. And then by 2020, so by next year, I'm going to be hosting retreats. It's already September, October, November. I got a few months to get my stuff together, and we're going to be doing like a main retreat center here in Hawaii, and then offering retreats in Alaska and other places in the United States where you can come experience all of this stuff that I've been talking about. It is real. I can't throw any numbers. I have no idea how much it would cost or anything like that yet. So stay tuned. Do you sell the orgonite that you make? I do not. I used to do all that, and it's honestly just way too much time for me to produce them on a mass scale. So I do not make the orgonite. I do have, they're called light tools. I have different light tools available that I use, in my practice, and I don't have them right here in front of me or anything, but it's something that I use and I highly recommend. So I can give you guys some links. What's the name of the rock that Russia says have good properties? You're talking about hematite, possibly? Or it might even be shungite. Yeah. I've been doing gratitude affirmations, meditation in the morning and now in the evening, and they have been a huge part in changing my life since last April. Ra. I think your name's Ra or Rak. Sorry if I have it mispronounced there. So powerful. I just made a morning routine video earlier in the week. This is a huge part of my morning routine, and getting into that gratitude awareness, getting into appreciating that everything that you have right now in this life is here for you. You created it. You can change it if you don't like it. You are the only one who can do that. Rak, thank you. Thank you for the correction. Moldavite. I have a huge chunk of moldavite, and it's probably the most powerful stone that I have right now. It's so true, Rak, that you are changing your perception, you're changing your belief system with these meditation practices. Slowly the layers come through, right? It's like an onion, right? We are that core, that soul, that onion in the middle, right? And then we have layers that have developed through our birth and old age, disease, and eventually death. This is going to happen to all of us. Dr. Robert Kazar, Earther Academy is there in Hawaii. Have you worked with him? Are you familiar with his teachings? Yes, I'm very familiar with Dr. Robert Kazar, Earther Academy. He is on the Big Island of Hawaii. He's super cool, awesome guy. You guys should check out his YouTube channel. I don't resonate with a lot of the stuff that he does, although we are very similar. And it's he's a good model for what I'm going to be doing on my retreats. So he's been an influence in my life for a long time, and yes, wonderful man. I should actually message him and at least get him on the podcast or something. So I'm happy that you knew about him. You have to be the change. You have to be the change. That's the other thing when it comes to understanding your soul, understanding this great awakening that's happening on planet Earth, is you have to be the change in your own life. We are spirit soul. We are hearing so much, and attuning to so many frequencies that are beyond planet Earth. At the end of the day, that's what's happening here. Aloha, peace and love right back to you, Rack. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Brian Home, welcome. Welcome. I learned a lot from parasites from him, changed everything for me. Yes, so this is huge. Parasites are so huge. He talks a lot about that, which is a big part of detoxification. I do iridology readings. So the iridology that is happening, basically I can see everything through the eyes. You can see the parasites, you can see your lymphatic system, you can see lungs, you can see brain, everything is coming up through the eyes. So this is huge if you want to know about uh, sorry, Visha Alora, I did not get your last question. I'm not skipping over you or anything. The chat room is just moving pretty fast, so sorry if I missed your question there. Jade Smith, have you ever met anyone during meditation or dream? Yes. Oh my gosh, every day. Every single day. You know, I have the gift, the ability to, do this consciously, lucid dreaming, astral projecting. It's funny because, I mean, even last night, I mean, I had crazy, to be honest, I don't even get into this REM sleep. I need to like have restful sleep, but I'm too busy traveling and doing all this crazy stuff. I wake up exhausted. And yeah, it's real. Um, it's very real. It's something that is so powerful, and especially for me, no joke, it's very emotional because I talk to past family members who are no longer in the body. I talk to friends who committed suicide in high school. I've talked to so many people that are just, they don't have the meat suit anymore. They're up there in the astral realms. They're kind of, in between whatever they're transitioning into a heavenly planet or whatever they're doing. I help them, that's what I'm saying. I'm doing so much work, even beyond Earth, to be honest with you guys. Like I said, this is real. So real. I've seen Ra. That's who he said. Well, yeah, Ra is tied to Egypt. There's a lot of Egyptian gods and goddesses and Hindu gods and goddesses. It's whatever your belief system is. It's whatever your lineage and karma is tied to. So yes, Holly, you definitely can see people that are still alive as well. I do that a lot. I'm just telling you, the majority of what I do is working with people that are in astral forms. That's all. That is something that has happened to me since a very young age. So it's just one of the gifts that I have. So the people that are still in the body, that are still here, it's very real, and you can do it too. It's, especially if you start doing it consciously, even if you do it with someone in the same room as you, if you sleep, with other people in the same room. Delight, brother, where's the best place online or stores closer to Crystal? I'm living in Hollywood, Florida. I'm not sure about in Hollywood, Florida. Oh man, there's so much information when it comes. Are you talking about just getting crystals? Oh yeah, acquire crystals. Yes. Okay, you need to get some crystals in your life. I traveled to the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show in Tucson, Arizona during the month of February. That is the best place in the entire world to get crystals by far. Seriously, the best place. You won't find better prices, better quality. All of that stuff is happening in only the month of February for Tucson Gem and Mineral Show. The best place in the planet, seriously. And if you want, if you can't really get to Arizona, I understand. You can find stuff online. I can give you a few resources. It's just at the end of the day, talking to the people in person. You literally talk to the people who have hunted the crystals and gathered them and all of that stuff. I study day in and day out. I'm 17 years old. As I'm living in India, I don't want to be here due to stress. I'm trying meditations and astral projections from Mir. Can you suggest meditations? Yes, I can. YouTube.com/The Infinite Cup. You need to get on there, type in guided meditations, and figure out which one. I have many guided meditations, affirmations that you can just play, frequencies that you can just play. This is going to help you on your path. You are on the right path. 17 years young. You are so blessed to be starting this right now at such a young age. So super excited that you are here. Thank you. Nathan, appreciate you. Appreciate so much. Yes, Jade Smith. Yes, you are tied to Raw. You should research more. Please do that. Research. Just type in Raw. I guarantee you, if you're having this come up and these are people trying to contact you to tell you something. So the more you can understand it, just get on Google, type in Raw, watch YouTube videos, read the Flower of Life, read the Drumvello Melchizedek books, read all of these things that are going to bring you into that attunement. Because the more your logical mind can understand these things, the easier it is to understand the intelligence that is coming to you. So yes, you need to research all of this stuff. That's why, it's layers. We need to understand what's happening on the physical, and then that's going to enter into, more transcendental states where we can get into these higher states of meditation, and you will be able to do it a lot more comfortably. I know. Isn't that great? For me, it started when I was about 15 years old. It's funny because I was, lucid dreaming, astral projecting all the time, and it really changed for me during puberty. After that, I really had to kind of circle back, and there were some traumas in my life and things that I had to address. And once I completely got through all of that, I was able to enter this. Amen Ra, so real. Infinite Cup, can you answer Corilla question? Oh, what question is it? I'll scroll up here. Okay, have you researched about the Rh negative blood type and what their position here could be / mean? Yes, I'm familiar with that a little bit. I researched blood types. I think you're talking about how basically most people are O blood type because of what's happening, and then there's a new resurgence of Rh negative blood type. I don't think it has much to do with anything as far as, energy or spirituality. I kind of take it a little bit further and look into DNA and genetics. So the blood type is, a vessel, and it obviously has something to do with our, human evolution. It really isn't, all of our energy doesn't need to be spent there is what I'm getting at. So it doesn't matter what blood type you have. You can still meditate and achieve these higher states of consciousness. All Christians have a raw connection. They just don't know it. Give a shout out to when they say amen. Well, yep, that's right. That's what's really funny is all of those words have so much, similarities, whether it's amen or om or amin. But I mean, these are all, all mantras, basically, calling to these higher states, calling to these other dimensions. So it is real. 100% real. And I mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Fava film is just a meat seed. DMA don't mean jack. I mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I see both sides of it. It's something that really you have to understand that the DNA can be changed. So that's the thing that is proven now with epigenetics, and you really can change your DNA. So we're no longer bound to it, and the frequencies and the meditation, like the Kundalini, all of this is changing your DNA. There are invisible pathways of energy traveling up and down the spine called the Irda and the Pindala channels, and then the DNA is, changing based on our actions, based on our foods. Trust me, for me, my body has been completely transformed because of the detox or the toxic world that we live in, and I have to detox and do all of these things, and that's what inspires me to live a happy, healthy life and get the future generations on this path as well. Yes, guided meditations, Brian, dude, that's where it's at. I haven't read your email yet. I will get it. I'm gonna read it. Don't worry, brother. My awakening moment right before turning 33. Once you wake up, there's definitely no going back. Not that I want to, but it's a permanent shift. Exactly. I warn people all the time. I should make another video about it because you cannot go back. When you understand this information, it is impossible to go back. Trust me, I've tried. It's just not happening. I have tried so many techniques, read the good books and blog, watched tons of videos. Can you give me some tips that may help me? Yes, guided meditations. Right? You have to meditate. I know it sounds simple and all that, and you have a sincere desire to do these things, which is great, and you're pure in your intentions. No one can do this for you, though. No one can make, the practice for you. At the end of the day, I would almost say stop searching for them. Stop seeking for these experiences because you are attached to the results. If you're attached to the outcome, it's not going to happen. You're going to suffer. Boom, right there. That's the difference between the word intention and setting goals, right? You need to understand that we are here for living in the now. And as soon as you create an expectation, you already suffered. Jade Smith, recently I had a heart attack. Can I still meditate? Still healing? Yes. Yes. Oh my God, you had a heart attack. This is an overstimulated nervous system. This is blocked blood vessels. You need to detox, Jade Smith. You need to detox. I'm here for you anytime, okay? It worked wonders for me. It was very way to affirm that energy work cannot see when it comes from something and a guy with a lap. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Melissa's sending you energy, Jade. We're all sending this beautiful, loving energy to you, Jade. Don't let that stop you. That's kind of what lies in my family too, and that's the genetics that I'm altering. The heart disease is real. The heart is doing so much work, and thank you for still, persevering through it and having the courage because it is very real. Let it flow, Jay. Just let it flow. People are here for you. People love you so much. We all love you. Love is the most powerful energy in the universe. It can transform anything. Rise up. Be that change. You can do this. We all love you. Rack is sending love to you. Look at this conscious community that we've created here just for things like this. Thank you, people. Thank you, beautiful souls. This is real. Understanding, the more you meditate too, Jade, the more you get into this, energy work, all of this stuff is real. So I believe in it more than anything. Little Levin, what's your opinion on Reiki? Reiki is amazing. Oh my gosh, Reiki energy. It's one of those things that a lot of these words are kind of buzzwords right now, and they used to be very, they used to have more power to them, and unfortunately they've lost a lot of their strength because of how many people are just tossing them around. Reiki used to be this profound energy healing, and now everybody uses it like, oh, I just had a Reiki session, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not trying to dumb it down anyway. I'm just telling you that's kind of the problem I have with this new age movement and all this stuff that's happening. It's like they diminish their quality, the oomph, the juju, the good stuff is kind of diminished when we start gossiping like that. So we need to really bring the power back into our words, into our actions, and create that change. Yeah, for those of you guys who haven't seen it yet, it was me and John X Army did a great video. It's live on his channel. It is awesome, talking about breakthroughs through spiritual practice, Kundalini energy. This is real. This is so real, everybody. I cannot tell you how powerful your potential is. You have so much energy available to you. These techniques are real. Everything that I'm talking about is real. You are not from planet Earth. You are not this body. You are not your thoughts. You are infinite spirit soul, pure light, cosmic vibration running through your veins as we speak. This is a profound experience that one will have. I mean, it's inevitable. It is so powerful. I've bought many crystals and stones. How can I use them? Meditate with them. Vishaz, you need to meditate with them. Put the crystals in your hands, the palm of your hands, both of them, and sit down and close your eyes and meditate. Feel your energy, feel your body from head to toes. Consciously bring your energy to the crystals, attune yourself to the crystals. Feel the tingly sensations running up your arms, enlarging your chakras, enlarging your energy. This is so real, and it is very powerful. Then start circulating different chakras, different crystals, see what works for you. I have rose quartz. I have amethyst around my neck right now. See this? I don't go a day without it. I mean, I use crystals every single day. There are so many black stones, Raj. There's so many. I would, shungite is powerful. When you get into the other stones that are like hematite and different stones that are going to mostly grounding is what they are. They're grounding stones. A lot of people have trouble grounding their energy. So that's where you can use black tourmaline. You can use all of these stones to help ground your energy. It is real. That's the first step when it comes to getting the Kundalini flowing. We need to have grounded energy before we can enter these higher states. So it is real. Nevan, welcome. Where did we come from? All right. We came from source energy. We came from pure light. We are here to realize our true selves. There are different spaces. There are different galaxies. There's a lot of emphasis on the Milky Way. There are Sirius star clusters. You can type in Pleiades. You can type in all this stuff on Google and see the different star clusters. And source energy is here. We went from source energy to other star planets, other galaxies, before we ended up on planet Earth. Planet Earth is not the real origin. Planet Earth is just a speck, a flash. Our lifetime is literally a speck, an instant of a lifetime compared to the other lifetimes that we've had on the other planets. So this is so important because a lot of our problems are sourced from us thinking that we're separate, right? And yoga, that's exactly what it means, is union. We need to realize that we are one with all of these things. We are one with nature. We are one with, all of our brothers and sisters and beautiful things that are happening right here on planet Earth right now. So don't let it stop you. Don't let it, inhibit your growth in any way, because we are here for the highest good of all. We are here for the pure intentions that are happening on planet Earth. It is astounding how much energy is available to us right now, and it's not going to stop. The awareness is spreading. That's the beautiful thing, is it doesn't matter how many videos I get flagged, how my entire channel gets demonetized. It doesn't matter, because we are waking up. The planet is evolving. That's why I'm just doing this open-heartedly. I'm just doing it because I know what's going to happen. I know that this conscious community that we're creating right now is going to be the change that the world needs right now. It's real. Brian Home, what is the best crystal for someone who is completely new to meditation? It's whatever resonates with you. Here's what I would do, Brian. Go to your local crystal store. Go to your local metaphysical shop. Just walk around, okay? Get out of the intellect. Don't think like, oh, I want to have an open third chakra. Oh, I want to have an open pineal gland, so I better get an amethyst or whatever. Let go of all your thoughts. Let go of all your attachments. Simply walk into that crystal store and pick up the first crystal that resonates with you. And what does that mean, resonates? You're going to feel this calling. Even if it's something like, ooh, look at that sparkly blue color, go pick that up. If it's like, oh man, this one's really shiny and beautiful red, go pick that up. That's the one that's for you. Remember, the higher self is always guiding you. Wolfenite is a recent stone given to me. Awesome, Melissa. Documentary recommendations. Man, I just love health documentaries. You guys need to watch Heal. You got to watch Cowspiracy. All of those. I just love the health ones. That's what I'm all about, honestly, is health, because when you can get detoxing and you can really get your body clean, that's when all this higher consciousness comes in. So it's like stepping stones, right? The chakras, the crystals, the energy work, all of that, it gets easier when you have a clean body to handle the energy. Yes, amethyst is definitely for the third eye and for perception, concentration. That's why I wear it around my neck. It helps me quite a bit. I love this crystal so much. Have you ever heard what Sheldon Moore has to say about the yoga cycles and meditation under a lunar eclipse full moon? I want to do that one next lunar eclipse. No, I have not. Sheldon Moore, have not heard of that name. I do believe in the lunar eclipses and all of that stuff. It is very true. Getting out into the sacred space of the moon gazing, sun gazing, using the planet is real. I'm very curious. After my awakening, getting serious is affecting my studies badly. What should I do? You need to do your studies. You need to all the things that we're talking about here is only going to help your studies. It's only going to help your relationships, your business, all of that stuff. Channel this higher consciousness into your relationships, into your music, into whatever you're passionate about. It is going to help you. In the beginning, it might be distracting you because it's an expansion, right? You're expanding your consciousness. We need to take the time to integrate. That's the most overlooked step right now is people are not integrating their experiences. How long do you meditate for in an average session? Thanks. For me, it's like 20 minutes up to an hour, depending on what I have. I have a new father. I have a 3-month-old baby. So he is my number one priority in life. And I'm lucky if I get a 20-minute meditation in right now. I did an hour meditation the other on Sunday. Absolutely incredible. But that's because he was knocked out for a nap, and those those are really rare moments for me. I would suggest starting at the 20-minute mark, like minimum, and then working your way up to 30, then 45, and then doing a full hour. Yeah, that's what I would do. When my son gets older, I probably have more opportunities to get into those longer transcendental states, and it is what it is. I don't, judge anybody. I highly recommend a meditation practice. If you're learning about meditation, if you want to know more about meditation, then just read my book that's called The Real Yoga. It's available on Amazon. It's very easy to read and understand, and it has all of the yogic practices in there. I've really, made this information very easy to digest for everybody. What's the best way or all the ways you detox? Thanks. All right. 4 pathways. Ready? We have the breath. This is the best pathway. Conscious breathing. 2, we have the skin. Largest organ in the body. Sweating. We need to sweat. I'm sweating right now. Living in the tropics, I sweat every day. Number 3 is moving through the urine. And then the 4 is the stool. 4 main pathways. Okay. The lymphatic system is that pathway. This is what nobody talks about. This is why I do iridology readings. The lymphatic system is how the sewage gets out. All of our problems, what we would call detox, is removing waste from our cells. This happens only in the lymphatic system. When the lymphatic system gets backed up, that's when problems happen. We have over 60 billion cells. All of those cells are taking in energy, excreting waste. Where does that waste go? John Wayne, right? All these people, he had over 50 pounds of fecal matter in his intestines. Everybody's colon is backed up. Seriously, it's backed up. You get a clean colon, you get that chute clean, you get the intestines cleaned out. It's amazing how much mental clarity comes back into your life. It is real. Thank you so much, Little Heaven. Thank you. We are so, blessed to have a family. So blessed. I've been waiting for a long time to find that, special someone. Alison is incredible. I love her dearly. I love my family. I love everything that I'm creating. It is incredible being alive right here on planet Earth right now. I am so happy. So happy. What is the meaning of seeing white lights or orbs? Thanks. Energy. It's energy. So white light is the purest form of energy. It's like all the colors, right? So at its base, you're going to see like a white aura around people. That's kind of like the beginning of seeing chakras and seeing energy. And then slowly the layers in between will help. So you start getting into energy work. You start understanding the chakras. You start doing all of this, and you will get more people, more, energy going into your body, and that will affect the way you see people. It'll affect the way you perceive reality. So orbs of light. So chakra just means wheel of energy. That could be someone's chakra you're seeing. It could be an orb. If it's just a ball of energy, like outside of the body, and it's just like coming into your field, that's probably another being, another celestial being. And that's what you have to remember is in those other dimensions, there's, other celestial beings that don't have a physical form that are contacting you. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was just a regular entity. We are so lucky, so lucky. Yes, guys, you have no idea what it's like to be alive in 2019. Obviously, we are here for a bigger reason. We are here for a bigger purpose. Planet Earth is just the beginning. Planet Earth is where we're learning. It's a school, just like any other school, right? We are here for unconditional love. We are here for the highest good of all. And if you are not learning that, you're simply missing out. You're going to come right back and reincarnate and have to do it all over again. Think about how much effort it took to get through that birth canal and to go through the baby, infant, child stages. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of work, right? I don't know about you, but I don't want to do it again. I'm ready to realize my true self now in this lifetime. That's what the power is. That's what our potential is. That's what we're all awakening to. We're awakening to the fact that we are here for love. We are here for this highest good of all. This is real. So powerful. Alyssa, you are so, it's not random because the 5G network is huge. Not only are they releasing it, it's been released. You got to remember, they've been testing this, especially in California and New York, whatever big places. They were testing this for years before it was quote unquote released. I'm going to, major problems happening when it comes to 5G. It's a big reason why I put myself here in Hawaii, why I'm living on the islands, living away from all of that. Oh my gosh. We are being bombarded by invisible frequencies 24/7. And you got to turn off your Wi-Fi at night. You got to really protect yourself. You got to get barefoot, ground your energy every single day. Do what you can to combat this 5G warfare. It's a serious crime against humanity, 100%. You are 100% correct. Yeah, so true, little Levin. They completely hid the teachings of reincarnation. It was in the Bible. It was in everything, and they had to take all that stuff out because they knew people would free themselves. 100%. Does nocturnal emissions affect any kundalini? How can I stop them? I also am doing no-fap. Good, yeah. Practice no-fap, raise the kundalini energy. Nocturnal, yes, emissions definitely affect kundalini energy. The toxins that we're breathing, you got to cleanse the air that you're breathing. You got to be in a place that is as pure energy as you possibly can. That's why I spent so many years in Alaska, here in Hawaii, places that are really, activating my energy and getting my energy flowing, that are, it's just easier, to be honest with you. If you have that neutral place, on the planet Earth, if your energy is just grounded and you're rooted and you're strong, it's so much easier to just live life rather than being tied to all that other stuff, 5G and blah, blah, blah. It's like there are so many invisible frequencies that are literally creating damage within our human body. And the other, side of this has to do with how we can get back in tune with that cosmic self. I'm a blue avian incarnation. I love being human, but dislike how the species degraded from where humans used to be. I just want to go back home. Stone, so happy to have you. What a great comment. Good question. It's exactly on the topic that we're here. I'm right there with you, brother. I see the, struggle. I see people's blocks every day, and humanity is suffering now more than ever. At the same time, that gives me energy to really understand and have compassion from my fellow humans. I'm a human. Stone, you're a human right now. You have a body for a reason. You have a physical body for a reason, and you need to use it. It is a precious gift. Mario, choose no fear. That's right. Choose love. That's it. It's all about how you say things. Choose love. Choose love. It is real. Melissa Flannery, I think I know I am leaving soon to another place, but need to spark another. Yeah, you got to spark in everybody. You got to spark it. You got to really get attuned to this energy. You got to, make people realize them true selves. You got to do that through your own actions, through that way that you are walking the walk and talking the talk, right? Just a silly question. Can someone who has never taken DMT or something still have a breakthrough? Is it more difficult? 100% yes. You do not need to take any substances, Brian. 100%. natural, easy to do. Okay, from my experiences, I've had 1,000 times more profound experiences, awakening experiences, 100% sober than I have had on any substance, on any plant medicine, on anything like that. 100% sober. And that's why I believe in this stuff. I don't want to diminish anything. I don't want to say what's good, what's bad, what's better or worse. What I'm telling you is it's like up to you and your individual path. If you don't feel called to those things, then please don't do them. At the end of the day, meditation, getting into high nutrition, juice fasting, all of these things, it doesn't matter. You can do it in a way where your body can access these things. You got to remember that all of these things, whether it's DMT or psilocybin, whatever, it doesn't matter. That is stored within you. The DMT is in your brain right now. All of these things are just, even alcohol, opiates, whatever, they're just releasing chemicals. They're creating a chemical reaction within the body. They're not outside influences at all. They're just triggering a response for the body, and that's what we would call, quote unquote, getting high, So it's very real, and it doesn't have to happen from anything outside of yourself. That's all you need, brother. Orway Joe, what are nightmares or dreams in general, and why can they feel more real than the time they wake up? Oh my gosh, it's so real, right? I mean, so you got to think of it like that. If you're having nightmares, that's your higher self trying to tell you something. Here's an analogy right here. Let's say you have a dream and you get hit by a red car, right? You're walking down the street. All of a sudden, this red car just hits you, and then boom, you wake up, right? You ever notice that too? You can never die in your dreams. I've had a lot of drowning dreams. I've had a lot of like plane crashes. Last night I had plane crash dreams. You know what I mean? It's like as soon as that like unbearable moment happens, boom, you wake up. You'll never truly, have that death experience in your dream state. What I want to tell you is, that red car analogy. Let's say the next day or the next week or the next month, you see that same red car. Let's say it was a Honda Civic. You see that red Honda Civic on the road, and it's that exact Honda Civic that you saw in the dream. See, that's your higher self guiding you. That means you're not going to cross the street right there, right? You're going to wait a few more minutes and be like, you know what? I'm not going to cross the street. I'm going to let this red Honda Civic go. And then you let the car go, and then you cross the street. See? So think of it more like guides. It's not anything negative at all. Although the feelings might seem traumatic and very intense, this is very natural, and it is huge when it comes to how we can really perceive our energy, how we can really learn something from these astral realms. That's what we're doing, is we're tapping into an alternate reality that is very real, 100% real. And these it doesn't have to be your higher self. It could be a different entity. It could be somebody guiding you. The point is we are learning something, and then you need to take that into your 3D waking life and take action. That's 100% what it is. I had breakthroughs through meditation and crystals, specifically and Numenite. They killed my ego. I just lay there seeing infinite amount of flower of life. So beautiful. So beautiful. That is great. I haven't heard of a lot of these crystals before, so I'm going to type that one in Google. I have a crystal Bible for those of you guys wondering. I think the crystal Bible is great when it comes to understanding all of this, and you can 100% achieve these states that you're talking about. Awesome. I sometimes feel I'm not who I am and just stare at my hands and think, where am I come from? What am I doing? These studies and stuff. Yeah, of course, because you're not this human body. Vishal, you are not this body. Again, I'm going to say it. You are not the body. You are not your thoughts. You are immortal. You are pure light. Pregnant and feeling like I got stuck in a rut. A lot of these hormones are raging. I feel as though I have blockage in chakras. Oh, Alyssa, congratulations on being pregnant. You're pregnant right now? Is that what you're saying? Because that is the most beautiful blessing in life. Your chakras are definitely not blocked. It's just you are taking in that you're creating another human being. You have more chakras inside you now. You have 7 little chakras inside your womb, and then you're 7 chakras. You are 100% attuning to this new soul that is within you. That's what's going on. Brian, dude, you got this. 100% sober, plant-based soon. Tai Chi mixed in. I'm getting excited. Brother, you got this, dude. You are right there. Your intentions, I can feel your energy when, through the emails that you were sending me. So real. This is very positive, and it's only a matter of time. You just got to take action. You got to put in the work. You are doing it. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got some blocked chakras. You got some things that are stuck, and repressed energy, traumas, things like that. It's all good. It is all good. That's step one, is bringing conscious awareness, bringing awareness into this so you can understand what's happening on the deeper level, so you can really transmute this energy and get past it. So very just excited for you, brother. Very excited. What do you think of shamanic healing sessions? Oh man, powerful. The word shaman, is kind of vague. At the end of the day, all of this stuff is real. Whether it's Reiki, getting into crystal energy, all of this stuff is very real. So, if you know someone who's legit, I say go for it. Nice. I'm going in for a soul retreat. Nice. That sounds great. Give me the update, Holly. That sounds awesome. So awesome. As long it's all about the thing with that is it just comes down to the actual shaman. I believe in the path of like you are the ones we're waiting for, right? Like you are that shaman, you are that light worker, you are that star seed, you are that infinite soul. Slowly, we are accustomed to changing our belief systems, and the thing that you just need to understand when it comes to any shaman or energy healer or anything like that is, they have stuff too, right? They have their own karma and everything going on. So in my thing, it's more like yoga, like the guru disciple relationship, because I'm just about, experiencing the truth from a realized being who doesn't have any stuff. The point of a guru, the whole avatar, they basically they don't have any karma. They are kind of doing the opposite, where they're relieving other people's karma, and they are, helping their disciples on the path. It's not necessarily like a shaman, although a shaman could be a realized being as well. The important thing to note here is whatever gunk they have, could get transferred to you depending on the session or whatever you're doing. So as long as you trust the guy or woman and it's all legit and you've really done your homework and your research, you got this. Nicole, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Yes. Oh my gosh. Just had a great stream. For those of you just joining, check out the live stream I did with John yesterday. Really fun connecting with a fellow soul that's awakening right now. He's going through a lot of changes. You got to give him some support. Any suggestions for letting go during my session? I couldn't relax during my Reiki session last month. Yes. Okay. Mantras, affirmations. My favorite one is let go, surrender, repeat. Let go, surrender, repeat. Let go, surrender, repeat. Let go, surrender, repeat. There's layers that are going to come up. That monkey mind is always going to be chattering. It's what I call the override mechanism. You really got to develop this override mechanism where you can override those thoughts that are coming from the monkey mind. Override that ability, that voice that is always dumbing you down and distracting you, right? It's there 24/7. It's never going to go away. The question is you have to channel that energy. So mantras, affirmations, right? It's a type of meditation that is not so stagnant. Most people can't do like a traditional sit-down meditation because that monkey mind is just going and going and going. That's where affirmations come in, because we can bring into a single pointed focus. So it doesn't have to be what I just said. It doesn't have to be let go, surrender, repeat. Although if you like that one, please use it. I would just play around with it and see whatever. I usually do 3 words and not more than that. You don't want to complicate things. You want to do things that are specific to you and what you're feeling. So let's say, just whatever that is in the moment, whatever you feel you need to do to completely activate that override mechanism, you can really do this, and the session will be infinite times better. Many times I felt pain in my back felt pain in my back in my meditation. Is there energy block? How can I unblock it? You need to do the yoga. You need to do the asana postures. If you're feeling any pain, if you're feeling any sort of discomfort in your meditation practice, that's when you got to circle back to the asana postures. The body it needs to be comfortable. You definitely have energy stuck there. Everything comes back to the spine. Everything comes back to fluctuating the energy in the spine and really activating this energy so you can enter into a very clear state in your meditation practice. Yay, I'm so happy for you, Alyssa. You have a new soul. I feel beautiful, man, and she's very healthy as well as I am, but having trouble communicating. It's a huge transition. I just need to let go, surrender, repeat. That's right, Alyssa. Your higher self is guiding you. This is a huge shift. Oh my gosh, when Alison was pregnant, I was just in a roller coaster of emotions every day. You're being tested, you are being challenged by the universe right now, and you got to rise up to the occasion. That's really the only answer for you, because at the end of the day, this is going to work for you. This is such a beautiful meant to be situation. There are so many people that wish they could be in your shoes right now, and you have this beautiful gift as far as bringing birth into this planet, and I am so excited for you, Alyssa. So excited for you. How can I get a guru? It's hard to find a real one in India. There are many frauds here. Ah, that's so funny. It's so funny to hear somebody from India talking about getting a guru. I know you're young. It's just funny. At the end of the day, I think it's like me. I've never been to India. So I think there's probably more legit people in India than there are here in America. That's for sure. You know what? The guru is within. Vashad, I understand your expression. I understand your interest. I understand your passion in this. And what you need to realize is that work, that guru, that light is in you, 100% within you right now. Start meditating. Let go of what you think is going to work and just do it anyway. That's the simple answer. Maybe next February, meet up at Road and Crater after Mineral Show. Melissa, that's not a bad idea. Depending on what's happening here in Hawaii, I would love to get to the show this February. I try to make it every single year. That's why we left the van in California. It would be really nice to travel in the van and hit that show up in February. God, I really miss it. I stayed awake for 3 whole days. I was so high on the energy there. I could not sleep. I could not do anything. I was just traveling to so many different venues and crystal shops and the Crater. I went to the Vortex. We went to Sedona after that. I mean, I was just living it up. I really miss the Gem and Mineral Show. It is definitely an event that everybody needs to experience. Have you ever felt disconnected from everyone? What helped you in your journey to elevate that? My consciousness might be left this world, but my body is still here. It's quite painful. Stone, brother, I hear, or sister, I feel your pain so much. And honestly, I feel that every single day. I feel like an alien living on Mars. I feel extremely disconnected from 99% of the population. I feel like a complete lone wolf. I really do. And it's something, that I've come to basically understand the fact that, again, we're not from planet Earth. We are not here, just to go to this job and serve the man and then go to sleep. You know what I mean? There are there's just infinite potential. And I really think that the more we can grasp the truth, of our real self, of our true self, the more we can ease into that fact. And it's tricky because in the beginning, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of like addicting, when you get into this higher state of meditation and it's just like you want to be there all the time and you want to be out of your body all the time, because being human sucks, it's uncomfortable. It is. That's a whole part of this earth dance that we're doing right now. It's like we're doing this dance that involves human conditioning, birth, old age, disease, and death. It's a part of life. It's not comfortable. And this is not our real home. This is not where we belong. And I get it, man. It's something that I experience on the daily. And I really just want to, extend my gratitude to you, because it's something that I know I'm not the only one feeling like this. And we have to be that example for others. So to answer your question, it's like the more you're in line with your path, like when I'm not teaching others, like I'm a teacher, I'm here to be the change. I'm here to be the example and spread the light. When I'm not doing that, I suffer so much. So that's what my suggestion to you would be. The more you can be into your light, the more you can be into your path, the more you can be focusing into your purpose, into your channel, whatever that, outlet looks like for you. I'm not talking about YouTube or whatever. I'm just talking in life in general, right? The more you're lit and passionate and just sharing your purpose, the more you feel in line and just want to live and be here. So you're not the only one. I see other people right here. Melissa, Jade, Nicole. Exactly. I love that, Jade. We are in this world, but not of it. Exactly. That is exactly what I feel as well. We kind of have to have one, shoe in the boat, right? One, one foot in, one foot out, sort of thing. And that's where non-attachment comes into play. That's where these practices, these yogic practices, come into play. You're so right. I tried to raise my conscious higher and higher for impure reasons and more because of my ego. I was addicted to it, but I crashed so hard it was a big slap in the face. Brother, I did the same thing. I'm 31 now. I did that when I was like maybe 10 years ago. I was in my early 20s. And yeah, slapped right in the face by the universe, baby. And you know what? I took it as a good sign, and it's something that at the end of the day, it's just the same thing, right? Let go, surrender, repeat. Let go, surrender, repeat. That is it. That is all we can do. Because what we do in that practice is we're surrendering to that infinite energy, that cosmic intelligence, not the small self. You're surrendering to the higher self. You're telling the universe, come on, baby, give me what you got. I'm ready for it. Let's do this. Instead of the ego, which is constantly trying to just, get ahead in the world. And at the end of the day, it's not going to get you very far. You know that. It's real. It's powerful when you start practicing like this every single day. If you're feeling frustrated, if you feel alone and helpless, just know that this is a temporary experience. I love the Ram Dass quote where he talks about what is it like leaving the body? It's like taking off an old shoe that's too tight, right? We all know that feeling. You're working hard all day. You come home, you take off your shoes, and it's just like, oh man, that just feels so nice, right? That's what's happening right now is we are infinite cosmic intelligence, pure light, and it's like this vessel is such a limiting thing. And I understand that. Don't let that discourage you. It's just when you understand it, that's what kind of gives you the freedom to just play it like a board game, like checkers. Doop, 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 doop. It's all a game. And yoga, it's called Maya. It's an illusion. Illusion, thinking that we are separate from the self. We are not. We are here for love. We are here for higher learning. And the more you help others on this path, the more you have those empathic qualities, the more you're going to feel good about what you're doing. It's so real. It is so real. I know. It's very powerful. There are techniques that we can do, and I would say just whatever resonates with you guys. For me, I'm a yoga teacher. I'm always going to talk about yoga and meditation because that's my path. I don't really push any one thing on anybody. That's why I wrote my book, The Real Yoga. That's why I do what I do. It is very important to just have that practice that keeps you in line with this energy, with this thing that really is cultivating happiness sustainably. It is so important. Jade Smith, OB was amazing. Having the Feng Wang show up startled my son. His excitement brought me back. Yes. You gotta get outside, baby. You gotta get outside these limitations. Okay, like I said earlier, it's like we are way more than what we can even comprehend. That infinite capability is within us. That's right. In your head and heart, and remember, anything is possible. Melissa, that is beautiful. Great words. I couldn't have said it better myself. We are here for the love. We are here for the light. When you start really getting sincere in your practice and getting still, the magic is in these subtle energies. It's in the spaces in between the spaces. That's where it is. I'm ordering your book. Yay. Yes, thank you. I get it. I put so much into it. I'm serious, guys. It is something I've been working hard on for a long time, and it's all coming to life. Agori, yes, I have heard of the Agori. And the Agori is a sect in India that is pretty hardcore. Let's just say it like that. In India, there, as most people know, there's just different sects in India as far as what tribe you kind of belong to. The Agoris are just a particular sect that do a lot of interesting things that I just do not want to get into. My only goal is to help my two young boys understand the experience, these feelings. I'm completely new to this, but for some reason I feel very strong pulled. Yes, see, Brian, just keep following that. See, that's exactly. I have the same reasons that you do. I'm creating. I have a family now. I want to be the best inspiration for my son and for future generations. We have to teach the children how to be the change, how to combat this system, how to really be the leader in their own life, have their own freedom, financial freedom, have their own freedom in their minds, right? Freeing the intelligence, understanding this, mystical stuff is very normal when you can actually start practicing. It is real. It is so powerful when it comes to understanding that you are pure light. You are pure soul. A lot of the stuff that basically, through I learned the public school system, all that stuff, it's got to go. It's not serving anybody. We are not from planet Earth. We are here to transcend our limitations and realize our true self. That is it. That is it. Does sleeping with earphones help guided meditations help in OB? It's up to you. I honestly can't do that while I'm sleeping. I need a very pure, quiet place to sleep. Sometimes I play frequencies while I sleep. I used to do that a lot in my, high school age and 20s and stuff when I was really young. And I do quite a bit of that still, but it's very distracting for me. I live in the middle of the jungle and there's no, artificial sounds, so I feel really good when I do that. If it helps you, please do that. Vishaz, if it helps wearing headphones, please do that. Think they are too obsessed with breaking down moral concept and seems they do a ton of things society deems destructive. There are so much. Please dwell more on that infinite being, higher intelligent. What's the purpose of this life? Okay, so the purpose on this life on earth is to learn unconditional love. That is lit. That is what we hear. Aloha, Grizzly. Welcome. Welcome to have you. Hit that like button, everybody. That's right. Please hit the like button, thumbs up. Let's get this video going. Let's get this energy out into the world. Let's just get the vibration increase. So your purpose on life, I'm going to answer your question, Shazank Angadi. The question that you need to ask yourself is, who am I? Excuse me. What am I here to do? What is my purpose? Okay, you have a very specific karmic path that is tied to you and you only. The unconditional love is what we are here to do. That's it. We have to get through the programs. That's like the short answer, right? The programs and everything that we were taught and what we created as our survival mechanisms was based on conditional love. Oh, Robert, you don't get this toy unless you do this. You don't get this food unless you do this. That's all conditional. I'm telling all of you right now here in this stream that I love you no matter what. I love you no matter what you did in your past, no matter what you think you are capable of in the future. It doesn't matter because your base energy, your core principle is love. It's like the hear no evil, see no evil thing, right? You understand that everything is love. Even the most darkest, craziest thing you can comprehend is still rooted in love, is still rooted in some sort of cosmic intelligence that is pure love. That is it. That's it. Unconditional love. That is it. That is the simple answer. Everybody knows it. The question is, are you doing it? Right? That's why I'm a certified Raja Yoga teacher. I teach the way of action. That's what karma yoga means. We have to act. We have to bring this into action. What does that look like? What does being unconditional love look like in your reality? Right? That means helping the old lady across the street when you don't have time. Old woman, drop the groceries. Oh, here you go. Help her open the car door for your loved one. All these little things add up to unconditional love. No matter what your skin color is, no matter what your age is, recognizing that we are all spirit soul. We are all in this together. Every single one of us. I love that stone. Love is the only currency we have. When you start acting like it, when you start really feeling it, when you start being that change, it is the best currency and it is the most, you can't put a price on it. It is infinite, right? It is so real. What's my take on the Amazon rainforest? Oh man, we got to go vegan now more than ever. I made a video about it recently. It is burning down because of deforestation. People want to grow, soy crops and other crops for planting more cattle, basically at the end of the day. So, the Amazon rainforest is the lungs of the earth, and I mean, the Arctic is on fire. The rainforest is on fire. Siberia. We have tornadoes right here and hurricanes in Florida. There are amazing, crazy things happening right now, right? And at the end of the day, like I said, you just have to circle back to how can you create that change in your life. I don't live in the Amazon rainforest. I live in Hawaii, and I'm being the change right now, even though I don't live there. My actions affect this planet. Your dollar affects this entire planet on how you spend it. So start supporting it. Start doing what you got to do. I agree that it's completely real. I used to get road rage with slow drivers. Slowly over the last year, I'm working on unconditional love. Brian, that's a great example, dude. I lived in LA recently, and it's something that, wow, the traffic is unreal. The road rage is unreal. And when you just sit back and relax and you just like, oh, I got nowhere to be, especially when you end up like at the same light as that person, they're like hauling ass and like cutting you off and doing all these things. And then they end up at the same red light as you. It's like, wait, what? Oh, we're here together, and you just put all that effort in. Here I am cruising in the slow lane. I like to think of it like just put yourself on the cruise control. Just nice and steady, smooth, slow and steady right through life. It doesn't have to be this crazy roller coaster all the time. So true. Exactly. Your skin will grow. Vegan. Love it. Love it, Stone. Verad asking, what is karma? Oh man, that is such a big, I could do a whole live stream. I'll probably end up doing a whole nother live stream on that because it is way too big of a question to even understand right now. Karma, just think of it like this, is actions. The actions that you did in past lives were bad, right? You didn't do very good for whatever reason. There was things you need to learn, things that you needed to complete on this earth dance, on this life right now. So your desire systems, what you're doing through your actions is either relieving karma or creating more karma. And you can feel that. You can feel that tension. You can feel that pulling on the energy, on the cords that are tied to your chakras and tied to people and tied to your actions. So the more you can purify yourself, the more you can relieve that karma. Jade, I'm so jealous. You got your own garden with salad. Dude, that's where we're headed. That's what we're doing. Living in the tropics now. We can finally start growing our own food, getting out of the LA, Babylon, concrete jungle. It's not our job to judge others. It's our job to love and help. That's right. Brian, dude, you are so tapped in, man. I'm just happy to have you. Happy to have all of these beautiful souls. Melissa, what do you think if a group was to be grounded to earth and send love would help heal her? Yes, of course. We can do this. We can do this as a collective. We can do this together. There are mass meditations and mass group energy healings that, I've been thinking about orchestrating this as well. I'm focused on the retreat center right now and getting like a place where we can all do this. But yes, 100%. You can ground your energy. You can meditate. You can visualize. You can send energy across the planet, to the Amazon. All of it's happening. It's happening as we speak. I take time throughout my day. There are also different, group settings where you can do this on a big awakening that is happening for sure. Melissa, you're so right. Treat people how they want you treated. What is your best reminder for staying in the present? Because I am still often lose myself in the stream of thoughts. When life happens, fall back into the fearful mindset. Joe, meditation. Meditation is by far the most powerful tool that will bring you back into the present moment, 100%. You don't have to drop everything and just sit down and start doing a silent meditation. The awareness, the mantras, everything that you're doing in your mindset is where it's at. So if you see yourself stuck in the future and anxiety and all this stuff, or you're stuck in the past with depression and everything, bring yourself into the now by action. For me, I drop and do 10 push-ups, right? Do the most extreme thing, like challenging to your physical body. That's probably the easiest answer. If you can't do pull-ups, go to a tree and start just doing some pull-ups. I guarantee you when you get to the 20th pull-up, you're not going to be thinking about the future or the past anymore. For me, it's like rock climbing or climbing trees. I really challenge myself physically, and that's probably the easiest way to bring you back into the now. So easy. Charla, it's okay. We're glad to have you. It's all right. We're talking about Earth. We're talking about, I mean, this, we're not from here. We're not from this place. We got to recognize we are not this body. We are infinite spirit soul. We are here for the change. The more you can understand this, the more you can tap into it. It is real. It is powerful. This awakening is happening right now on planet Earth. Join the tribe. Join this conscious community. If you guys want to take it to the next level, you got to check out my Patreon page. Okay. That's really where the magic is happening. Infinite Cup. That's where the magic is happening when it comes to really getting into this, because I created a group there where a lot of people are waking up and we're being the change right now. For a limited time, I think I only have 5 copies of my book left. I'm going to be doing signed copies. For everybody who's interested, I'm doing signed copies of my book to Inner Circle members only. All right. More details right there on patreon.com/theinfinitecup. Meditation is the bridge between the world and the real. Exactly, Stone. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said earlier, with like your 2 physical eyes is this waking life, and that's temporary. And then the mind's eye, when you close your eyes and open up your mind's eye, that is the real magic of life. That is immortal. That's never going to go away. That's the real essence of what we can do and change on planet Earth right now. Even though some people are not attracted to meditation because of specific, but yeah, it's fine. And that's the other thing too, is people are probably meditating and they don't even know it. We don't have to label it as meditation. We've all been caught in those, like, for example, walking in nature and seeing a big waterfall. It's like, oh, wow. Oh, it's like you get awed and you're just ecstatic. You're just excited. So that's something that you really got to think about, is how can you put yourself into that place every single day. It doesn't have to be like a traditional sit down closed eye meditation like what I'm doing. Simply being in the presence of nature, simply gasping at something that's getting you outside of these limitations, that's what's going to create the best thing. Stormary, you look healthy. Oh, baby, I've been doing it for 10 plus years. This ain't no thing. This is so easy. People got to just understand detox. I'm still healing what I did when I was a kid. All the candy I ate. Oh my gosh, so many Halloweens and 50 pounds of candy and stuff. I can't tell you how much crap I ate when I was a kid. So I am still detoxing 10, 11 years later. I'm still on this path. This is an everyday practice. I appreciate the compliment though. Storm Area 51, that's a good stage name too. I wonder if I don't think that ever happened. I don't think anybody ever went to Storm Area 51. Oh, Sugarfoot, your book wrote on 9/11. The universe is giving me a wink. Oh man, that's great. Name Dharma. That's hilarious. That is so funny. Thank you, Sugarfoot. When you read it, please really leave a review on Amazon as well. That will help. I think there's only 2 people that have left a review on Amazon, and it is very important just to kind of get everything going. Whether it's hitting the thumbs up on this video, leaving a comment, all of these little things really help, the digital world, so we can increase the awareness and talk about this stuff. So I really appreciate you. Sri Yantra, is it good to gaze at during meditation? David, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Of course, the Sri Yantra is powerful. Anything that you can, it's all about single pointed focus. So the more you can get into that single pointed focus and create that energy for your mind's eye to focus on, it will help you tremendously. Dun, dun. Yep. What is your best protein, Jade Smith? You know what? That's like the common question, right? With protein and veganism and stuff, that is really not where we need to spend our energy. Detox is all about pure energy coming from fruit and vegetables. So mostly fruit, to be honest, is the higher detox pathways when you can really start eliminating through the lymphatic system. Protein, I have legumes. You can have, it's so easy to get protein. Oh my gosh, that is like the easiest thing. Just think whole foods, right? Chickpeas, mung beans, oh my gosh, so much more protein than anything in the animal kingdom, that's for sure. So easy. Do you take any supplements for the lack of meat, or is that falsehoods, pseudoscience? Yes, it is 100% pseudoscience. Even the B12, all of that stuff, 100% pseudoscience. I mean, I am stronger, healthier than ever. And the thing with the meat that people don't understand is the metaphysics, like the energy that you're acquiring through this. It is huge. It is no joke. Like the anxiety, the stress, the traumas that you're taking on when you choose to eat those things, animals, right? You have to understand there are billions of sentient beings dying at the hands of humans. That is not natural. That is not natural at all. They deserve a life just like you and me. We need to have the compassion. We can have the empathy. How can you talk about consciousness or yoga or loving pets or anything like that if you're consuming flesh? It just doesn't make sense. So it's all about authenticity. It's all about living in that now, living in the path of righteousness and having the ability to do all of what I'm talking about. It's so easy. So what's your take on GMO foods? I'm from Peru. GMO's banned there, and I'm so used to eating pure organic foods. And when it came here to Virginia, USA, I was like, why? Yes, the taste is completely off because GMO, Monsanto world that we live in is crazy. You need to really source organic and get away, look for the non-GMO verified label. Look for things. Monsanto just got purchased by Bayer. We're definitely getting taken over by this world, so please be the change. Please be the change and start really doing this. Thank you for doing these streams. Literally get me through the workday. Yes, Brian, thank you. That's what I'm going to be doing more of these live streams. I got the software and everything dialed in now, so I'm going to get used to it. It's going to be fun. It's really nice connecting with all of you, and I honestly wouldn't be here without you, especially people like you, Brian, my Patreon member. Shout out to Brian for being a Patreon member. Everybody, without your donations, without everything that you do, and then you're feeding into this channel, I would not be here. Seriously, I'm not getting much from the other sources. This is what I do every day because I'm passionate about it, because I know that I'm serving the great humanity. Why do animals eat other animals? This is a good question. So animals are tied to collective consciousness. Animals have only the intuition, right? They don't have what's called self-awareness or self-consciousness. Human beings are a step up in the evolution of the soul scale because we have not only a collective consciousness, but we also have a individual consciousness. So animals need to eat other animals and do other things because they are tied to the collective grid. They don't have the intelligence to say, hey, this other animal, it's not good to eat it. I'm going to go eat this grass over here. You know what I mean? They just don't have that level of comprehension. Animals are amazing, empathetic, especially dogs and other pigs, all of them, right? The question is human life, and I'm not trying to say they're better or worse. What I'm saying is on the evolutionary scale, we are acquiring a human body, and that is way more precious than having an animal body. So animals are always going to eat other animals because they simply just don't know any better. They don't have that self-individual awareness, and human beings do. David, you're welcome, bro. Anytime. I don't feel like factory farming. Would like to grow my own food. Yes, you need to grow your own food. You need to get on this level. You need to start doing all this stuff for yourself. Does ignoring my work, which is necessary to do, will produce bad karma? Yes. If you ignore, it's called spiritual bypass. A lot of people think they can just go meditate all day and all the other stuff will go away. Not true. It's going to catch up with you. I don't care if you move to Hawaii. I don't care if you move to wherever. You are going to eventually have to face those demons. And my suggestion is just do it right now. You have the confidence. You have everything you need right now. So please do it. Yeah, good thing, Stone. That's a great point there. Animals don't vibrate as high as humans. We have 7 chakras. Animals have 1 root chakra. They might vibrate higher in the sense of the now and the being in the present, but in reality, humans have more potential. And exactly, you're not going to achieve the ascended state in an animal body. You can only achieve the ascended state in a human body. It's just how it goes. Oh man, SCA Chris, what is your view on colonics? I do enemas. I do enemas at home. The colonic machine, when you go get a colonic, has pressure. So I do not really believe in pressurizing the water that is going through the intestines. That can do a lot of damage, especially if you're backed up. If you do an at-home colonic, like enema, That's the way to go. I really think it's just a lot easier too. It's safe, it's effective. You can do 10 enemas in a day at home. You're not going to do any damage. Whereas if you go to a colonic, you can actually do damage because of that pressure. It's like a pressurized hose, right? The colonic that you do at home, the enema bag that you're doing is 100% gravity fed, and it's a lot easier for the system to handle. Cats need, from what I heard, that cats need to eat meat to retire. Yeah, it's all good. We don't need to get into that. I mean, if I had animals, I would not feed them a vegan diet. I know a lot of people do that. Cats need to eat meat. Dogs need to eat meat. They have canines. You know what I mean? It's a good, you know, idea if you want to like try to feed them something like that. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to help the animals. How often do you do an enema? Certain times, seasons, prepare? Yes, depending on what you're feeling, right? So how are you feeling, right? What's going on? There's so much going on to the human body. If I really want to hit it hard, you do them every single day, right? Depending on what you're doing, what herbs you're taking, what your diet, lifestyle is like. Like if I was going from meat and dairy, standard American diet, I would be doing so many enemas until I'm completely cleansed out. The colon is so important. We have nerve endings in the colon, the small intestines, the large intestines that are constantly feeding all the way back to our brain. And that's where the mental clarity comes from. So we got to clean out our insides, baby. You got to clean out that gunk. The mucoid plaque, all of that is real. When you get that stuff out of your body, you're going to have so much more energy and so much more vitality. So I highly, well, check out my YouTube videos. I even filmed myself doing an entire how-to video with enema bag at home. Check it out. It's real. It's very real. Brian, yeah, if you've never done it, it's like I said, it's totally natural and you can do it at home. It's kind of an advanced thing, you know, if you're just jumping into it, but I totally wouldn't, you can go without it too. It's just something that if you feel up for it, do it, brother. Seriously, because it'll really help you. And the other thing too, it's like what happens is when you start doing these detox protocols, when you start doing enemas and juice fasting and getting into vegan foods and raw foods, you're cleansing your temple and your body awareness increases. That's the thing that's happening. You just feel so good and you raise that bar so high that you can't go back to eating all that other stuff. That's what's happening here. It's like it's not possible to like go back into that old low paradigm, like that old low vibration. You're just gonna try it. You'll eat a piece of pizza or whatever, and you'll be like, "Oh man, this just sucks. I just can't do this, man. I just feel all gunky." And you're not gonna be able to meditate. You're not gonna be able to do all the things that you want to do. So, yeah. Please explain more spiritual bypass. Oh my gosh. So this is extremely common. So many people are basically justifying their actions from spiritual techniques. Like, oh my God, bro, my chakras are so high. I don't need to go do that. Or, you know what? I'm just going to go meditate because this isn't important. You have to recognize that everything in your reality is there for a reason. Everything. Every single thing, whether it's the piece of mail or what's in your inbox on your email, whether it's somebody coming up to you and saying like, hey, do you want to try this piece of banana, whatever's manifesting in your reality is what's meant to be. So if you go hide somewhere and hide in the mountains and meditate or whatever, it's like it's not going to work for you. It's just like I said, eventually it's going to catch up to you. I tried this myself. I was the yogi in the woods for the first 3 years, living on the farm, meditating all day. Blissful, amazing experiences. What I'm telling you, though, the work is, done right here, like through these live streams, through spending time with cosmic energy and conscious people. That's where the magic is, okay? If you want a vegan version of foods because it really want the meat oh yeah, Storm Air, you're talking about plant-based burgers and stuff. Yeah, go for it, dude. So it's fine. Yeah, I mean, there's plant-based options everywhere now. You can go to fast food chains. You can go anywhere and get the high vibrational food. If you want to take it to the next level, that's where fruits and vegetables come in. Getting into pure fruits and vegetable diet, alkalinity is going to happen from that. It's not going to happen from anything processed. So I understand. That's, the vegan meats and everything is what I call transitional foods. Okay. Oh man, we've hit the 2 hour mark already, guys. I'm gonna get off the stream. This has been amazing connecting with all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for purchasing my book, The Real Yoga. Thank you for considering to join the Patreon group. For those Patreon members, Brian, everyone that's already in the Patreon inner circle group, thank you so much. Would not be here without all of you. And there are so many things going on in this world, and I can't wait to connect with you guys again. So until next time, much love.